Good afternoon and a warm welcome to the tech series on robotics and automation for Good afternoon and a warm welcome to the tech series on robotics and automation for life conducted by SA Engineering College, an autonomous institution affiliated to Anna University. SA Engineering College was established by Dharmanayudu Educational and Charitable Trust in the year 1998-99. The college is approved by AICTE Delhi and affiliated to Anna University, Chennai. From the year 2019, UGC has granted the meritorious autonomous status to our institution. The college is well planned with 5 lakh square feet of constructed area, which includes classroom, drawing halls, laboratories, workshop, and associated facilities. In recognition of quality, system of high quality policy being implemented by the institution, Messrs. TUV North has accorded ISO 9001-2015 certification. Most of the undergraduate program offered are accredited by National Board of Accreditation, New Delhi. The college offers following 11 UG programs and 6 PG programs. We are living in an era of rapid technological advancement where robotics and automation are transforming industries, enhancing our daily lives, and opening up new possibilities that were once the realm of science fiction. This tech series is dedicated to explore these frontiers, fostering knowledge exchange and inspiring the next wave of breakthroughs in this dynamic field. I would like to extend my gratitude to our management trustees, principal sir, and all faculty members for their unwavering support and hard work in making this event possible. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our distinguished chief guest, Dr. L. Anandaraman, Professor, Mechanical Engineering, Madanapalli Institute of Technology and Science, Andhra Pradesh, who have graciously accepted our invitation to share his expertise. Your guidance will undoubtedly leave an indelible mark on the young minds gathered here. Let us make the most of this opportunity to exchange ideas, inspire each other, and drive the futures of robotics and automation forward. Welcome once again, and I hope you have a productive and enjoyable tech series. Thank you. Anandaraman sir, you can take it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the nice introduction. So I take this opportunity to thank Professor C. Danish, Head of the Department of Mechanical, and Dr. Praveen for making all the arrangements, and the entire Mechanical Department of SAEC. So I'll start my presentation now. Sir, please confirm my slide is visible.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. So good afternoon to everyone, students, faculty, and everyone watching this live stream. So today, let's discuss about robotics and automation for life. So it is a very simple topic. Generally, there is a perception that robotics and automations are like a very complicated technology, and we need more experience and more expertise to handle such things. But that is not true. So in this presentation, I'm going to show you how we can simplify robotics and automation, and how we can apply simple concepts of robotics and automation in day-to-day life. So that will be the focus of my presentation today. Right. So let's understand what is robotics. So robotics, we cannot call it as a branch of science. It is an intersection of multiple branches of science, engineering, technology that can produce a machine. We call it as robots that can replicate or substitute for human actions. So whatever humans are doing, if a machine can do, we can call it as a robot, starting from simple jobs to complex jobs. Okay, and these robots need programming, and some robots, they can copy the movement of a human and replicate the same. We can train a robot, we can teach a robot, or we can program a robot. Okay. So that is the brief definition of robotics. And what is automation? Whenever we talk about robotics, this term automation will join it. Okay, because we want to use robots mainly for doing the task automatically. So that is called automation. But automation is not limited only to robotics. You don't need a machine to automate a job. You can automate anything by using any technology. So, in simple terms, automation is the use of technology to perform tasks with minimal human intervention. Automation can improve the efficiency, reliability, and speed of tasks that were previously performed by humans. For example, you take a simple task every day, evening 6 o'clock, you want the street lights to be on. Okay, generally now it is done by humans, right? So we need people to turn on the street light in the evening, and early morning they'll turn off. But actually, it is a defined task. We know the time, we know the switch where it is, so we can automate it. So that is one simple example I'm quoting. Like this, if a task can be repeated automatically based on time or condition, it is called automation. And the need for automation is, there is a thought that humans are meant for doing better jobs, not like turning on a switch, turn off a switch, see the time and do the task. So humans are meant for better tasks that we'll see later. So where these robotics and automation are needed, or where we can apply these robotics and automation, it is not only limited to mechanical engineering or electronics or electrical engineering. It is needed for every domain. So you can see few domains I have mentioned. It is not limited to these domains. So the major domains are security, space exploration, entertainment industry, agriculture, healthcare, underwater exploration, food preparation, manufacturing, military, and customer service. So these are the key areas where these robotics and automations are technologies are much needed now. Now, there is a $1 million question that can robots replace the entire human workforce? So, the moment robots were introduced, there were rumors that the workforce will be reduced, people will lose job. Such kind of thoughts and such kind of rumors started spreading, but that is not true, because even though we make robots smarter and we implement these artificial intelligence, machine learning, neural networks, whatever technology we implement, still a robot cannot have these characteristics. For example, a robot cannot show empathy. It works on logics. A robot cannot do any creativity, because whatever we instruct, it will do, or whatever the conditions we frame, it will work inside that conditions. It is bounded by limitations. It cannot think out of the box. It cannot think a different path to do a job easy method. So it is not possible by a robot. And third thing, judgment. So a robot cannot give any judgment, right? For example, if two people are discussing something, which is right, which is wrong, a robot cannot understand. Only it can make some logical decisions, but it cannot make any judgment that this is better solution, like that. And finally, critical thinking. This a robot can never do as of now, right? Now, let's discuss about some simple projects or simple ideas we can implement on these robotics and automation in different areas. So, for case study, I have taken these examples, how we can implement automation and robotics in home, or IT sector, or in the general public, agriculture, college or schools and industries. These are the few cases I have taken. So from this, you can develop different, because day to day we are facing many number of problems, like doing repeated task, and doing unwanted tasks. Many things we are facing, right? So if automation and robotics are involved in repeated task and unwanted task, we can focus on productive task. Humans are meant for better creative task, right? So that is the idea here. So let's see how we can automate few things in our home, right? So these are the few ideas I'm proposing. Like we can go for automated lighting. So we have sensors, ambient sensors are there. So we can add sensors in each rooms, and depending on the light availability, we can increase or decrease the brightness of a light, and we can turn on, turn off light also. So this will save energy, as well as this will prevent human intervention, because when you walk across rooms, every time you need to turn on the light, and when you come out you have to turn off the light. So that is a repeated task, right? Sometimes we'll forget to turn off the light. That is also there. So when you implement this kind of automated lighting, you can prevent such energy wastage, and we can save more energy, because there is a concept called adaptive lighting. Based on, depending on the brightness necessity, we can add the light or we can reduce the brightness of the light. That is one concept. Then you can turn on and turn off geysers, water heaters automatically. You can go for some smart plugs. Nowadays, they are available everywhere. You can connect smart plugs. That smart plug, you can program it. For example, every day, if you take a shower between 6 to 6:30, you can program the switch so that it will turn on at 6 and turn off at 6:30 automatically. So without the need for you to wake up at 5 or 6 o'clock, you need to wake up and turn on. You can automate the timing so that the heating is perfect and timing is perfect. Here also energy is saved. And one more beauty is, so whenever you connect any smart device to the internet, so you can automate the task not only from the home, from anywhere in the world. For example, you may be out of your home, maybe you went for some walking or jogging, and when you return to home, you want the water heater to be at full heat. So when you come back, you need to turn on manually and wait for heating, right? For 10-15 minutes, you need to waste your time. Instead, when you went for any walking, when you come back on the way, you can turn on the heater so that the hot water will be ready for you. So this is another automation you can do. And safe automated LPG valves, right? This is much needed security feature for every home. Generally, people who are cooking, they'll forget to turn off the LPG valves, right? During the night time, or when they are moving out of the home to their office, or if they are going on long vacation. Sometimes this happens, which is very dangerous. So if automated valve, that is IoT controlled valve, is available, you can remotely operate and you can shut the LPG valve automatically, so that no disaster will happen inside your house, right? So this is one thing. And you can add some LPG sensors also in your kitchen or in your living room. You can add a sensor which can detect LPG leakage. If there is a leakage, it will automatically shut off the valve, and you can program that it can send a notification to your mobile or email, so that you will be aware that some leakage happened in your home, and you can act accordingly. So this is a safety feature every home needs to be added. And mobile charging automation, just because we don't know when our mobile charge will be 100%, right? So after 100%, if you keep on charging the mobile, there is a saying that your battery will become weak, correct? So this also can be automated. Why? Because when a mobile phone is fully charged, the current consumed by the charger will be very less. I can say less than a 0.1 ampere. So you can program a smart plug. If the current consumption of the charger is less than zero point 0.1 amp for some 5 minutes or 10 minutes, turn off the charger, so that once your mobile reaches 100% charge, entire plug will turn off, so nothing will happen to your mobile phone. This is another automation idea you can do. And finally, automated climate control. This is trending now. If you take places like Chennai, we need only cooling, right? Nobody will heat their home. But if you go to some hill stations, there are two types of climate will be there. In summer, they need cooling, and in winter they need heating also. So in that case, you can do automate climate control inside your bedroom, right? So you can add a air conditioner. Opposite side, you can add a room heater, and at the middle of the room, you add a sensor, and you can program it. The sensor will sense both temperature and humidity, and based on your human comfort. Generally, human comfort temperature is 25 degree to 28 degree, and the humidity is 40% to 60%. So you can measure the available temperature and the humidity inside the bedroom. If the temperature is very low, you can turn on the heater, and if the temperature is very high, you can turn on the AC, turn off the heater. Like that, multiple combinations you can program, so that the environment will have a controlled temperature and humidity. So there will be a nice sleep. You can get a nice sleep. So you don't have to wake up in the middle and turn on the heater or turn off the fan or change the temperature in the AC. So everything you can automate. Few people, they want their air conditioner to be very cool during the starting of the sleep, and after 1 p.m. Or 2 p.m. 1 a.m. 2 a.m. in the early morning, they want the AC to be less cool. So that can also be controlled. You can create an adaptive temperature profile, such that you will start the temperature around 25 degree in the beginning, and early morning you can go up to 27, 28 degree, because once you wake up, you want to leave your bedroom. So if your bedroom temperature is 20 degree and your living room is around 30 degree, there is a sudden change in temperature 10 degrees. So it will create some bad health effects. That should not happen. So slowly you can increase the temperature, and once you come to your living room, nothing will happen. The same is applicable for car also. If you are driving a car and you are keeping the AC in full, for example, say 20 degree, 22 degree, and suddenly when you get down of the car in the middle of Chennai, okay, which is 35 degree, this 15 degree temperature difference will almost kill you, right? So that should not happen. That's why whenever you want to, when you are about to reach your home, you should turn off the AC 5 to 10 minutes before reaching the home, so that the temperature will slowly increase and your body will adapt to the temperature. So that is the final automated climate control I was talking about. So apart from this, you can think of many automations. So these are a few automations which came to my mind. So you can apply different automations in your home, and all the devices you want to do these automations are available online in Amazon, Flipkart. So you can just order, you can connect to the internet. If you have a broadband, you can access the devices, you can program it. So these are simple solutions we can implement in your home, right? Right. Next, let's talk about IT automation. So this is already available. Just I want to create awareness what is happening in IT industry. So there is a network automation, right? For example, if you take some big corporate companies or big institutions, they'll have 4 to 5 broadband connections, lease line connections. So when one connection is down, automatically they'll have a device which will connect the other broadband or lease line connection, so that the internet connectivity will not be interrupted. So that is automatically done. That is called network automation. And backup automation, this is available in every data center. For example, if you take Instagram or Facebook, we are uploading photos, videos, everything, right? So it is stored in a physical server actually. Just like we have hard disk in our laptop, these data centers also will have a hard disk where all the information are saved. But if some disaster happens in that data center, or if there is a failure in the hard drive, the data should not be lost. So every data center will have a backup, right? So every night, or every 1 hour, every 2 hour, all the data will be sent to another data center as a backup, and the backup will be rotated. Rotation means you don't have to take the entire backup every time. We call it as incremental backup. For example, today you are uploading 4 photos in Facebook. Facebook will take backup of those 4 photos today, and tomorrow you are adding 2 more photos. In the next backup, they'll check what is the difference. So only 2 new photos came, that alone will be backup. The 4 photos will not be backed up again, so that cost, energy, as well as the storage is saved. That is called incremental backup. And we have incident management. If something happens, if there is a fire in the building, then the data should move automatically to the nearest another data center through the internet. Okay, that is called incident management. Application deployment, for example, you are launching a new website, or you are launching a new application app or something, or new business you are starting. You want the app to be launched exactly 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. So that can be automated. You don't have to put a person who can click a button, then only it will become active. That is not there now. So everything based on time we can automate. That is called cron jobs. In Linux we call it as cron jobs. So you can set the time, at the exact moment of the time the program will be executed. So you can deploy some application like that. And PowerShell is uh, a terminal through which you can access these servers, right? So these are the IT automations which are already available. I'm just spreading the awareness. Okay. Public automation. So first we have seen about home automation, what we can do in our home. Okay. Now let's talk about public automation. Smart street lights, this is much needed. In the beginning itself I quoted, still we are using human beings for turning on and turning off switches. So we can go for smart street lights, right? Not only the timing, you can set you can measure the brightness level. For example, if it is very cloudy and if it is about to rain, the street becomes very dark. That time also the street light has to turn on automatically. That we can do. And since we have added smart, it means we need to diagnose also. Sometimes if a street has some 5 street lights, one street light will stop working, but who will notify the electricity board people that street light is not working? That is a long process, right? Because people will think other people will take care, but nobody is going to report it, and it will take 1 month 2 month time for the information to reach the electricity board people. Then they'll come for replacement. Instead, we can use this IoT connectivity, so that there will be a main hub in the electricity board, and they can see how the street lights are performing in each street. And if there is a malfunction, they should get a warning immediately. The next day they can go and replace. So such kind of automations are there. Many students are doing project in the same. And we can go for a smart traffic control. If you take Chennai city, you know how the traffic is, and how there is no synchronized traffic. If you cross a junction with the green light, you cross a junction, immediately in the next junction red light will be there. You think about the opposite oncoming people, they are also feeling the same, right? Instead, if all these traffic lights are synchronized, if one signal opens and you maintain a 40 km per hour speed, you can pass the next signal, which also will automatically become green. By the time you go start from one signal to another signal, that time the opposite people can cross. In that way, if each traffic signal is synchronized, it will save more time, more fuel, right? So that is smart traffic control. And lane management. Generally, there is no lane management in our country, right? There is a lane rule that less than 60 km per hour vehicle should go on the left, high speed vehicle should go on the right. That is not there, but that can be automated, right? So we can install some sensors, right? And cameras inside heavy vehicles, light vehicles, everywhere. So it should suggest the exact lane based on the speed the vehicle is moving. The computer or the sensor should give some warning to the driver, to change the lanes, because if he's going very slow, he should go on the left. So in that way, we can automate the lane managements. And some subsidiary and benefits, these things can be automated, what we are getting. There is a direct beneficiary transfer, we are talking DBT from the central government. Such things can be automated. And credit profile creations, right? People are buying loans, buying cars, so that can be tracked. And how they are repaying, accordingly credit profile can be automated. It is already there, it is called sibyl, right? And smart energy meters also we can do. The energy meters we are using are now it is entirely digital, but it is not connected. So whatever analog meters were doing, the same it is doing as digital. Instead of manual reading, it is displaying in a 7 segment display. Nothing much. But we can go for smart energy meters, the energy consumption trend. It can show what day energy is more consumed. Like that, it can give some statistics, so that the people who are living in the home, so they can diagnose where we are spending more energy, how it can be controlled, like that. And the same information can reach the electricity board also for billing purpose, right? Instead of sending a person to each and every home for taking the readings and manually billing, we can automate the process. So these are some ideas related to public automation. And agriculture, this is much needed. So automated water irrigation, from the title itself you can understand. So now water irrigation is manual, right? So the farmer has to go, wake up in the early morning, he has to go turn on the motor and he has to irrigate. What if that is automated? You can fit a sensor, there is a moisture sensor, and there are some water level sensors. You can fit these sensors in different parts of your field, and collectively you collect data and you process it using some microcontroller. The microcontroller will take the decision whether water has to be sent to the crops or not. Accordingly, it will control the motor. The motor will turn on automatically. Once the water is filled, it will turn off automatically. In this way, the crop will be always receiving the water, always receiving only the necessary water, not excess, not less. And the time will be saved for the farmer. He can focus on different issues, right? That can be done. And greenhouse effects, you want to keep a controlled environment warm with enough sunlight, that can be automated using automation. So whenever we talk about greenhouse effect, this climate control also, control management also there. For example, in agriculture, if you take what is that, mushroom. So mushroom needs more humidity. Okay, then only the mushroom will cultivate. So that room needs not more humidity, it needs exact 80%, 80 to 85% humidity control, and the temperature also should be around 28 to 30 degree. So in order to maintain that, you need a sensor, you need a heater, you need a humidifier, right? These things, if you turn it on and off manually, there is no absolute control, right? So if you connect a sensor and automate the process, the sensor will take care. When the humidity is less, it will turn on the humidifier. If the temperature is less, it will turn on the heater, so that you will get a better yield. The mushroom yield will be better. Okay, that is one idea. And robotic harvesting. So far, the harvesting is done by humans, and some places we are using machines, but machines are still driven by humans. What if we use robotic harvesting? Like one person has to stand outside the field, and using a remote, he should control everything. Okay, the harvesting machine, any type of crops you take, the harvesting machine should enter the field. So depending on the control we are giving from the away from the field, it should work. Okay, that is called robotic harvesting. And automated crop protection from animals, this is another serious issue every farmer is facing. Okay, and this can be done, right? For example, if any animal is detected during night, only this animal will attack the crops, right? Mostly. So if any animal comes near the crops, we can add some sensors, vibration sensor, or some thermal imaging camera, something like that. If detected, we can make some speakers to produce some peculiar noises, so that the animal will run away. We don't have to kill those animals, so we'll scare the animals will run away from the crops. So this is another automation idea we can implement for our agriculture, right? And what you can do in schools and colleges. So this is for students. You can go for a smart attendance management system using QR code, right? For example, after if a teacher is teaching the class, last 10 minutes he'll spend for attendance, right? And that 10 minute, I can say it is unproductive, right? For taking attendance, wasting 10 minutes is not necessary. So what, instead of that, the teacher can display a QR code in the projector. Students can, because everyone is using mobile phone today, the student can scan the QR, and the attendance will be registered, and it should be proxy free, right? We can go for dynamic QRs. The QR code will keep on changing every 3 seconds or 5 seconds. So if a student take a photo of the QR and share to his friend, by the time his friend open the QR, here a new QR will be there. So the old QR will not work. In that way, proxy can be controlled. And smart attendance using geotagging. Geotagging means based on the latitude, longitude, GPS coordinates. That attendance management system we can design. And the smart attendance using NFC, near field communication. Fast tags, right? Fast tags. And now we are tapping our cards, credit cards and debit cards in the machines. We are not inserting. That is called NFC. So like that, we can add some sensors in the ID card of students, so that when they enter a class or seminar hall or auditorium, they can simply tap and register their attendance. That can be done. And food waste can be controlled into menus. Students can design a smart waste management system, right? Where food will be added, the food will be dried, then grinded, that can be converted into manure, which they can use for plants and trees in the campus. That can be done. Smart power distributions, right? For example, you take colleges, not every lab will run at the same time. Colleges or schools, you take, not every classroom, all the fan, light, air conditioners will be on, right? So but when they plan for electricity, they'll plan considering that 100% of all the machineries will be running like that. So instead of that, if they can go for a smart schedule. You take a mechanical department, they'll run big machineries on Monday and Friday, and go for civil department, they'll run on Tuesday and Thursday. Like that, they can distribute the power based on schedules, machines. That can be done. Plastic waste recycling. So whenever we spread awareness, don't throw plastics in the ground, don't put the plastic wrappers, don't litter the campus, like that, people will see, and they'll repeat the same thing, right? Instead, some students can come forward, create an app, right? In that app, what they can do is they can ask the students. So whenever they put plastic bottles or wrappers inside the dustbin, let them take a selfie and post it in the app, okay, like a private Facebook, okay. And based on the recycling they are doing, they can get some activity points. That points can be converted into some rewards, like cash or food coupons, like that, so that students will be interested to do the recycling process, right? And e-waste management, this is important. If you take engineering colleges, any colleges, they'll use more electronics, right? Batteries, circuits, wires, and all. So some awareness, the same kind of app can be created for e-cycling waste. For example, if you take batteries, battery sizing from small one to large one, so they should not be thrown in the dustbin directly, right? So they can collect all the batteries. The campus or the institute can contact the nearby battery manufacturer, and after accumulating a bulk amount of batteries, it can be sent for recycling, right? So that the industry will be benefited, and the e-waste will not be distributed or dropped in the public, okay, right? And finally, industry automation. So these things are already available. I'll just tell how it works. Automatic sorting system. You take some industry where same product multiple sizes are manufactured. For example, you take a masala industry, right? You take some masala or some chili powder, where different sizes, like 50 grams, 100 grams, 150 grams, like that, it will be packed. So that can be sorted, right? So for that, we don't need any humans. We can deploy some robots which can sort these type of different sizes, shapes, or weight, okay. That is called industry automation, automated sorting system. And quality detection, right? Nowadays, we use humans in quality control. That can be replaced with some what to say, robots. And we can go for some smart elevator controls, right? And we can go for some baggage diverter system and much more. Industry nowadays, industry 5.0 we are talking, where we are using more automation and robotics, right? So these are the different ideas and the different applications of our robotics and automation in our day-to-day life, right? Now, uh, what is this robots want, how we can interact with the robots? So we call it as a physical world and digital world. So physical world is the world where we are living, right? We can touch, we can smell, we can taste, okay. That is physical world. Digital world is full of binaries, ones and zeros, okay. And in order to interact, in order to create an interaction between this physical and digital world, we need sensors and actuators, right? So this is the main component of any robot or automation system. So let's see what is a sensor. So just now I told, in physical world we can touch, we can feel, we can smell, we can taste, right? Okay, as humans we have sensory inputs, right? So that is called sensor. If you want to create a machine, or if you want to create a device which can do the same, you need sensor. For example, you want to measure the temperature of the room you are sitting, you need a temperature sensor, right? Because human body can detect temperature, we can feel the room is hot or cold, like that. But how a machine will feel? We need to attach a temperature sensor, like that humidity sensor. You want to measure a distance, you need an ultrasonic sensor. You want to check any obstacle is present in your front or not, you need a infrared sensor. Like that, many sensors are there. You can see the picture, I have displayed a few sensors here, right? So these sensors will help to measure physical world quantities, like temperature, humidity, smell, taste, everything it can measure, and it will convert them into a digital signal. So this is a mediator. These sensors are mediators between our physical world and digital world. So once you take the signal to the digital world, then only you can process, okay. There we can deploy a microcontroller or a computer which can do some actions based on the inputs the sensor is collecting. So that is the use of sensors. And this is the opposite of sensor. We call it as actuators and motors, right? So the sensor received input and we have processed it. For example, you take light. The sensor measured how much light is present and it has taken the input. It is processed. The light value is less than 1000 lumens or greater than 1000 lumens, something like that. Some logical operation is done. Next, what? Based on the lighting, I want to, based on the light value, available ambient light value, I want to perform some action. I want to turn on one tube light, or I want to turn on one street light. That can be done by using these actuators. So there are different types of actuators. We have pneumatic, hydraulic actuators, motors are there, relays are there. So these are the devices which will communicate between digital world and physical world. So sensor will collect the input from physical to digital, and these actuators, motors, and relays will convert the input from digital to physical. So in that way, uh, we can interact with the digital world using these sensors and actuators. Right. Now, if you have some idea to do a project, because I have shared multiple ideas where automation and robotics can be implemented. So, what are the methods, or what is the steps to do a project? Okay, so this is my method. You can add or remove whatever is necessary. Okay, the first step is you need to find a problem which needs simple solution, because see, nowadays there is no need for any new inventions, because we have a solution for every problem. But is it a better solution or not? That is the question. We do have solutions, but is it simple enough to fabricate, or it is easy to achieve? Is it reliable? Like that, many questions are there. Now there is a question of sustainability. So we are moving towards sustainability, right? So the first step is you need to identify a problem which needs a simple solution. That is the first step, right? Then you have to create an idea to solve the problem. So you found the problem. Now how to solve it? That idea you have to create. Then you need to brainstorm it with your team. Okay, it is always to better to work on team, because multiple people will have multiple ideas, different methods they can invent, right? So brainstorming means sit and talk with your friends. I have a solution for this problem. I want to take it in this path. If you have idea, you can share. Like that, you talk. They'll come up with the different solutions, right? Then you need to check for feasibility, whether it is possible or not. Okay, you found the problem, you got the solution. Is it possible to make it? Possibility means whether you can get the materials, right? Or whether you have the technology to do the fabrication. Like that, you have to check the feasibility. Then do a literature survey. Literature survey means many people have already tried and gave some very similar solutions for the same problem. So you have to study them. You have to study, and from that you have to get an idea, right? Because you should not think that whatever you are doing is new, because many people might have tried it, they might have published it. From there you take it as a reference and do literature survey. Then finally, you have to identify the different methods, steps, components needed for the project, right? You have to list it. What are all the methods to do this? If your fabrication is involved, or what are the physical components you want to buy or you want to fabricate? Those things you need to make a list. Then you go for design, analyze, fabricate, test. That is the final step of project. Then, after completing the project successfully, don't stop there. You have to publish it to the outside world, so that other people will get benefit of the project, right? So you can publish in the form of a paper or a patent or an article in a magazine, like that. And after that, if your solution or idea is really successful, if it gets a warm welcome from everyone, you can go for a product, startup, or business. Okay, you can start your own business. You can manufacture the product, right? If it is a service, you can go for a service industry, right? So this is how you should start a project, and you should finish it as a startup or business. Okay. So that's all from my side. And you can always connect with me. I have given my phone number, email ID, website, and my Twitter handle. Okay. I invite you feel free to connect with me for any clarifications or any project ideas, any support. You can contact me. Yeah. Thank you.
Sir, thank you, sir. Thank you. Next, we will go with vote of thanks. And participants, if there is any questions, you can post in the comment section or chat box so that.
So, good afternoon. As we drawn the curtain on this enlightening and inspiring event, the Robotics Automation for Life, it is my privilege and honor to extend the heartfelt vote of thanks to all who have contributed to its grand success. First and foremost, I could like to express my deep gratitude to our esteemed speaker, Dr. Anandaraman sir. Thank you so much for you sharing the valuable ideas. Your exciting insight and innovative ideas have not only illuminating the potential of robotics and automation, but also inspired us to envision of the future where this technology enhanced every aspect of our lives. Your contribution has been invaluable, and we are truly grateful for your time and effort. A special thanks to our college SA Engineering College whose generous support has been instrumental in making this event successfully. I could also like to acknowledge this entire effect of our organizing committee. Your dedication, meticulous planning, and seamless execution have ensured that this event was not only successful but also memorable. Thank you for your hard work. Begin this in which had has made everything as smoothly. Last, I could like to extend my appreciation to everyone who has played a part, big or small, in making robotics and automation for life. A remarkable success. Your collective effort have made this event a beacon of knowledge, innovation, and collaboration. As we conclude, let us carry the forward the insight and inspiration gained here and continue to explore the innovative and implement robotics and automation for brighter and more efficiency future. Thank you so much, sir. Anandarman, sir.
Thank you, sir. Krishnamurthy, sir. Thank you. Sir, I think there is a question from participant. Shall I answer?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So there is a question from GlitchX. Tell about Arduino Uno, sir. Yeah, I'll tell. So this Arduino Uno is a microcontroller. There are many microcontrollers, 8085, 8086. Multiple manufacturers are fabricating microcontroller. The specialities about Arduino is it is very compatible with Windows, okay, or a Mac or any operating system. You don't need any special cables. Just one USB cable is enough, and the programming language is embedded C++, which is very near to C language. Everyone knows C language, right? So you can use easily program it. And the Arduino Uno has universal compatibility. You can connect any 5-volt operated sensor actuator to the Uno board, and within 5 minutes you can write a program and you can create a project. For example, you take some what to say. Yeah, I told light regarding this agriculture automation. You can connect a moisture sensor to the Arduino, right? And the Arduino will measure what is the moisture present in the soil. Dynamically, it will measure. And if the moisture level goes below some point, you can connect a relay on the output side. That relay can be controlled, connected to the motor. So automatically, when a plant or crop moisture reduces, water will be added, and once the moisture is increased, water will be stopped. So this is one simple project. Like that, this Arduino can be used for any type of projects. And one more question: which is better, Arduino Uno or Raspberry Pi? Arduino Uno is a simple device. You cannot install any operating system in that. You cannot do much customization. You can just write C program. You can connect input output and it can process. That's it. But Raspberry Pi is an advanced microcontroller where you have option to add memory cards. You can install your own operating system. It has HDMI port. You can connect to display devices. It is like a small processor. You can what to say, you can build a computer using Raspberry Pi, right? If you want to go for some complicated applications like image processing and all, you need to use Raspberry Pi, which is not possible in Arduino. Okay. Right, I think no more questions.
Yes, sir.
So I would like to thank again, so Professor C Danish, head of the department mechanical. Thank you, sir, for giving me the opportunity and remembering me and inviting me for the tech series. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir, and thanks to entire mechanical department team who are organizing this tech series, right? And I would like to participate in future activities in SA Engineering College also. So thank you
Thank,
all. Thank you so
thank you.
much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.